previous session, we have discussed until here. I was just started about the document types and number ranges, then, but I did not completed the session. So let's continue this one. Okay. So document types and number ranges, which I was talking about. So this is one of the interview question, very, very basic interview question. What is meant by document types? A document types are used to classify the business transactions. How it is going to classify? Okay, let me give a small example here. So you have a different kind of, let's say now payables. Today you made the payment. Okay, instead of this one, let's say that payments. You have done the payments, let's say the 1,000 rupees. Receivables, you have received payments from someone 1,000 rupees. Then you had a purchases. Purchases, let's assume is a, then let's say the sales. So sales. So if you can see here, what is going to happen here? The moment when you post any entry in the system, when you pass any business transaction into the system, see for 1,000 rupees, I mean payments, receivables, purchases, and sales. We wanted to know this amount is belongs to what? What is the nature of, what is the nature, whether we received or we paid, what is the nature of this one? So how can we identify in the system? So in order to identify this, so SAP has given a standard functionality, which is a document type. So depends on the nature of business transaction, we will have we can use the document types. But remember that one, each document type, okay, first of all, how the document types will be looks like. So let me show you into the system. Let me open the system. Let me go to a simple entry. What I want to post a general ledger accounting, where you can see the document type is SA, which is appearing by default. Let me go to another transaction for payable vendor invoice posting. For invoice posting, the document is a KRIs. Now you can see enter vendor invoice. Let me see that vendor payment. So the post outgoing payment, the system is proposing the document types nature of the transaction based on the nature of the transaction. But now I will come to know either system will propose, but remember this document type even we can change. Okay, just select the drop down, which document type you would like to key. You can also change it if you want, if at all, if you want. Now, but okay, this is fine. The document type, let's say I have the document type. Let's say that I have this document type is a SA. If I post this, what it will happen? If I post this, what it will happen? If I post this, what it will happen? Let's see into the system here. See now, the moment when I post, there are numbers which are generated here. 1 to 1005. If I see now, you can see here the document types here. Document types which are posted with different numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This forget about somebody was assigned the wrong numbers. That could be the reason this was generated. But just focus this one here. After later on, I changed with the document type SA. The system has posted a different document type, different numbers. How system should know this number series should follow? So that is where go to the first. First, let us have a look at the documents. See now, sorry. So these are the document types which SAP has been provided, but don't think that all the document types which are provided by SAP. There are few documents which are configured according to their requirement. Somebody has configured here. Okay, you just copy the document, then you can create it. Just select this, copy and create it. Okay, let's have a look at the document. There are inside, there are few parameters are there. You must have to understand that one. Just to go to double click our details option. Now you can see document type SA, which is for SA, where you can see here the document type which has been, where you can see that the document type SA, you can see. Now, what is the number range here? Again, somebody was changed. Okay, again, somebody was changing this number range. Let me identify that person who changed this one. 1 second. Change logs. I'll catch that guy immediately. I'll block that. All his necessary is doing all this nonsense things. Who is this guy? 18/3, 23rd 3. Let me check that one. I'm just checking that log. See, 23rd 3 2021. Okay, where he changed the document type SA. See, SA to, okay, SA to 09, who changed this one, 112. Okay, I'll catch this guy. Immediately, I'll block. 1 second. Let me take this screenshot. Just give me a second. Unnecessary, he's doing nonsense things, all the system. Who is this user ID? I'll catch immediately now. 1 second. Just 22. User 112. Okay, fine. Fine, no problem. This is my job. I'll do that one. Okay, so what we have seen, this is the standard document type which has given. But what is the number range should supposed to be there here? Okay, the number range is a 01. Okay, by default, that guy has assigned 50. That I will talk with him personally. No problem. But what is that 01 here? What is that 01 here? So 01 is a number. Okay, 01 means what exactly? What it has this relationship between SA and 01. The relationship would be, click on the number range option, go to the company code. Okay, I'm just selecting that company code, go to intervals. 01, right? Where the 01, you can see here 01, it has in a financial year 2024. This is the number range which I have mapped inside of the 01. So now you can see here the number range status, which has used from 1001 all zeros to 1005. Up to now it has used, where you can see 100002 to 1005. It has used these many numbers. Okay, first number is a, what is the, my first number is a 1 all zeros. Second number is a 1 all zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this, the sequentially it will use. Again, the number ranges are two types. Internal number range. Internal number ranges are nothing but if you are not selecting anything here, this checkbox. Okay, nothing. If internal means first number, this will be, second number is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sequentially. How you can see here, how this document got posted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then immediately, if you, let's say now you have selected a external number range, external, where you would have marked this checkbox. How can you select this checkbox? Go to intervals. Then first time whenever you are creating, it will allow you to change this one. Okay, let's say now you would have selected this checkbox. If you would have selected, that means let's save this one. So what it will happen, while creating the document, you must have to enter in between this series. Let's say now 03, it was assigned to which document type, even I don't know. So at the time of posting a document, which document type has associated 03, you must have to enter the number here. You must have to, while creating the document, okay, you must have to enter the document number manually until and unless, see now document number, you must have to enter here until and unless, then only system will allow you to create the document. Otherwise system will not allow you. That is where the logic of this one. Okay, I'm just removing this one. Let's go back. Now we have seen about this one number range 01, how the number ranges. Remember, very, very important one. Please take a note. These number ranges, which we must have to maintain every year. Every year, I'll put a note here. Okay, you can see here. Each document type must be assigned a particular document number. The number range for a document to be maintained on yearly basis. I'll put it. Note, this is the number range change activity is a year-end activity. But what is mean by year-end activity and all during the real-time sessions, which I am going to cover in detail about the, okay, what are the year-end activities and what is mean by, and how many types of year-end activities are there and what we need to perform. Okay, in that, this is one of the activity, year-end activity. Now, the document number range are two types. One is the internal number range. The availability number system will pick automatically without manual intervention in case if it is an internal number range. In case if it is an external number range, while posting a document, system need to specify the document number. So user must have to specify the document number. Then only the system will allow you if the document type has been selected is a, I mean, external. Then what is mean by reverse document type AB? Why this SAP has given this one? Okay, let's see the step by step here. Okay, what are the features which we are having? Okay, what is mean by reverse document type AB? What is the reverse document type AB? Remember this one, reverse document type. See now the relationship number range for a document type, it is assigned to number range. Number range is interlinked with document type. Based on this, while posting the document, system will propose the default document types. Default document types. If we want to, we can change it. Now, reversal document type. So what is mean by here? You can see here, this is the reversal document type. What is the reversal? Why SAP has given that functionality? Let's say now I'll take an example here. 20th of March 2025. User has posted a document. Okay, there is a one user posted a document with value 10,000 rupees. But the original value of the document is 1,000 rupees only. Here you can see here there is a difference between. See, originally the document value is 1,000 rupees. Actually, it's 1,000 rupees. That particular cost is there. But instead of that one, the wrongly user has posted is with 10,000 rupees. How can you correct this one? Remember, in order to correct the documents, once you post the document in SAP, there is no option to delete the document. Remember, as soon as once you posted a document like this, then there is no option. Okay, this is where the document display here. There is no option to delete. You cannot delete any document. You can see here, you cannot delete the document from SAP system. Then what is the option in order to correct this one? Then in order to correct the situation, we have a functionality, call it as a reversal functionality. There is no option to delete. Now, in order to correct the document, we have a functionality. Call it reversal. What you can do? You just reverse the document. Okay, first let us understand this one, how it is going to work. Okay, so let's say now the entry which I have passed here is a just example only. Okay, expenses account data to bank outgoing clearing account. Okay, bank clearing account. I'll put it here. Bank clearing account. So this is the accounting entry which I have. I mean, let's say now this is the entry which, or else it's a. I'll take another example. Vendor account. Take this. Okay. So now, second, it's up and down. It should be, vendor should be above, expenses should be. Vendor should be debit, expenses should be credit here. Okay. The original entry what we have posted, let's say expenses account is going to debit my vendor account. The amount which I had posted with a 10,000 rupees. Let's say what is happened here, the document got posted with the document type ESC. Originally, okay, originally like this, the document, it got posted where you can see the header level. You can go here. This is the document which has been posted with ESCA, with the document type ESCA. Okay, so as soon as once the document posted with ESCA, now when we perform the reversal, okay, in order to reverse the document, there are three types of reversals are there. We will see that going forward. So while reversing, if I reverse this document, okay, simply if I reverse this document, what it will happen? This debit will become credit, credit will become debit. So then vendor account, this here it was credit, now vendor account is debited, expenses account got credited here. So now this exactly entry, it has got debited, I mean reversal here. So if the vendor got credited here, this debit is credited. So finally what it will become? The value will become nullified here. The value will become nullified. Nullify in the sense the balance, right? Whatever the balance, what you could see here, 10,000. I'll take it here. It's a, because here it's not calculating properly. So that is the reason. Let me delete this one. Okay. Now you can see here vendor account here it got credited, right? Minus, then it should be debit here. Okay, it's not the credit. I just posted that entry here. This one is a minus. Now minus into plus. What it will happen? Ultimately, it has become 0. So same vendor account credited in the first when initially user was posted, then but he realized that. So then the document original value is at 1,000 rupees only. Then he has an option in order to correct that document number. Then he just reversed the document. So during the reversal, what it is happening here? So you just see here, same amount. It one time it was plus, the same amount it was minus, then same amount it got plus here. So minus into plus, minus into plus, what it will happen? Finally, it will become 0 here. See some value. So the same expenses account 10,000 here also the same. So now finally, ultimately, this document value has become the 0. Now reverse document, then system will post a document type AB. See, as soon as once you reverse the document, system will enable another one. You can see here reversal document. Let me go to the reversal document. So the reversal document, you can see here it has been posted with a accounting document as a EAB here with this document type. With this document type EAB, it has been posted here as a EAB. So that is where this functionality has been enabled here, EAB. Okay. So now we saw this one. Now authorization group, in case who is the authorized person which should be used for this document type, then that organization or security team will decide. I mean organization management will decide that one, who is going to use this particular document type. Now Let's move on to the account types. So we have a different account types. So with this document type ESA, we can do the postings which are relevant for assets, customers, suppliers, materials. Okay, even it should be required for materials, general ledger accounting. Then in case secondary costs, this in case whatever the checkbox you have selected, it is applicable for all. Control data, you can see net document type, customer vendor check, or net negative postings permitted. So negative postings are permitted is nothing but your reversal. Intercompany postings, it should be allow even intercompany posting. Intercompany postings are nothing but if you are posting any business transaction, company code within the organization. Okay, within the organization, if you are performing any posting, so that should be allowed here. First thing is that business, this is for BI only. Okay, special usage, this is not required. In case if there is any exchange rate which you would like to use, a specific exchange rate is a M they have selected, but we'll talk about exchange rate and all going forward. Okay, this is not relevant for us. Joint venture is something different, separate module. Then is a required during document entry. So the reference document here and document header text. While posting a document, right? Reference document number or document header text. If you would like to have these fields are mandatory, then you can come back and select these two fields. Then only the system will enable this functionality. These fields will become as a mandatory fields like this. How you can see where you can see the tick mark. It will appear here. Those two fields also mandatory. This is what about the document types and number ranges. Okay, so now let's go to inside of this one. You can see here for our company code, right? For our company code PI01. Let's see, there is no documents. There are no documents, but now there are n number of document types which are provided by SAP system. If I want to map one by one, it's a difficult for me. Okay, what I will do, I will just copy that number ranges from the existing company code. Remember, one more very important one. I'll put a note here. To maintain number ranges yearly basis, and this is a year-end activity. Okay, that is fine. That I have already mentioned here also. Okay, here already mentioned, right? Again, no need to maintain. Now, let's add one more point here. Put it here. While creation of number ranges, system will not generate any document, any transport request. System will not generate any transport request. Remember, okay, since it is a, and also another thing is that we cannot carry for, we cannot transport the number ranges through transport request. Through transport request. Remember, very important one. We cannot transport the number ranges, but we can copy the number ranges from one financial year to another financial year. We can copy the number ranges from 1 year to another year. Okay, now let's go to the, there are different ways are there in order to do the copy. Either you can use, when I mentioned right, copy, right? So you can use this transaction codes OBH1, then OBH2. Okay, you can use these transaction codes in order to, OB, I mentioned over here. Okay, Now let's copy the number ranges. How can I copy? Okay, give the number range 0 to ZZ. Okay, the number range are alphanumeric. Physical year, give the 2024. So copy company code. What is the source company code? Okay, the source company code. I can give this company code, or else you can simple way MM09. You can use it. This is my company code only. Or if you still want 2525, also my company code only. Okay. Then take the company code BI012. Okay, you can give the multiple company codes. BI02, BI03, then the US company code, right? BU02.
BU21.
BU21. So yes, correct. Correct. Let me copy. Okay, I just go ahead and execute it. That's it. Yes, select yes. Now the number range intervals are added wherever you can see. Okay, now let's go back and see that number ranges, right? Let me open any, give the company code. You can see here the number range intervals which are added here. Okay, so if you want to create one by one, it is difficult. So that is the reason I have added all together in one go. Just for your information, each and every company code EU21. Let's check this one. Yes, you can see for this company code also it has added the same number range. Okay, there is no deviation in the number range. So you can copy and you can also create one by one the number range. If you want to create the number range, what you can do, just click on the intervals option so that it will enable you. Click on the new entries here. Okay, intervals, then key the number range interval which you want to, year, then from number and to number. Just for your information, how to create that one. Okay. We have seen about the number ranges. Okay, how to create that one. Now let's move on to the another one is we must required is a configuration for the profit center accounting. Profit center accounting. We must require this one since it's a profit center is a part of controlling, but we must have to activate this controlling also. Financial accounting, general ledger accounting, master data, profit centers, activate profit center accounting. So I have shown you, right, the profit center accounting activation, which was part of at the time of creation of controlling area. But in S4HANA, here you must have to come back, you must have to activate the controlling area. What is the controlling area which we have created? This is the controlling area what we had created. Activate this profit center accounting, activate, save it. This is a one-time activity. Okay, you cannot do again and again. Define profit center standard hierarchy. Let's define the standard hierarchy here. Define standard hierarchy. Define profit center standard hierarchy. Okay, nothing to be required here. Define profit center groups. Activate, okay, deletion because assign products, assign process. Okay. Okay, fine. So what we have done the basic configuration here. We have done the basic configuration has been completed here. As soon as once you complete that basic configuration, let me put this step is up and down. So after that, then we will do that one. Give me a second, because this should come here, but unfortunately I have updated the below. It should be 20. After completion of all the steps only, then we must have to perform the consistency check. Now classify the GL accounts for document splitting. GL accounting, business transactions. So what is meant by document splitting? Going forward, I think I'm going to take a separate sessions for this document splitting. Then over there, I'll explain you. As of now, let me map this one series, right? One series to category. Since if your document splitting functionality is a mandatory in S4HANA, without document splitting functionality, you cannot post any document. Remember this one. Category, balance sheet account. So since one series and two series, which is related to the balance sheet, how I know this one? Okay, how I know? Because if you remember, right, OBD4, what we have created a chart of accounts, right? This chart of accounts, what I had defined here, the chart of account, sorry, second. See now how I had defined the chart of accounts. Assets, liabilities. One series is relevant for liabilities, two series is relevant for my assets. Based on that, these two liabilities and assets are relevant for my balance sheet account. So that is the reason together I have mapped here, which is related to the balance sheet, the item category here. Now let me select that three. Now three, which is related to the revenues, where you can say, let me assign. Revenues are nothing but your incomes. Now let's go to four. Four series is the expenses. Okay, where I can see that expenses, which I am going to assign. Let me select the 5 series also. So the 5 series, which is related to the cash or bank accounts, cash accounts. We have a separate cash account. We have a separate one cash, customer specific, company code, customer vendor, cash account, where you can see the item category, okay, which we must have to assign this one. Then save it. This is a one-time activity only, but during the classification, you must have to aware of this one. Save this one. Up to here, what we have done, we have completed our basic configuration. After completion of the basic configuration, we must have to perform two checks. These two are the consistency checks. Consistency check is nothing but whatever the configuration we did until now, whether that configuration is correct or not. In case if there are any errors, we must have to rectify before posting a document into the system. That is where these two consistency checks we must have to have in the system. Now, let me go to here. Let me check consistency check. Okay, so the system has been displayed here. There are 9,159 errors. In these errors, is it our company code is available here? Let's check here. BI01. Now let's say our company code also, which is part of the BI01. J1, it has assigned to all our company codes. BU21 also, which has been assigned to ledger J1. Let me go back here. Financial accounting global settings, ledgers, define settings for ledger and currencies. I would like to remove this error, remove this ledger. Okay, so let's see now the ledger J1, right? J1, under J1, our company code should be removed. Our company code should be removed from the J1. Now let's see that one, how we can. Okay, continue. J1, right? Now let me select the J1 here. J1. Under J1, since it is a ledger 0L, it was assigned. So that is the reason it is conflicting, but we don't want to that one. Just click on the company code here, enter this one. Our company codes where you can see here, global currency, the transaction currency. Okay, that's fine. 01. These are our company codes. Let me remove this one. Company codes are deleted. I thought I was getting some error here. It's still not yet resolved. I remember, but let's see this one. If this is the error, then what I will do, I will fix this one today with help of the technical team, because we need some technical team support here. But let's try. If it will allow, then that is fine. Here I was getting that error, but let's see. If the same error is repeating, then I will work on this one. That company codes should be removed from the list. I mean, the ledger should, under ledger, our company code should be removed from that list. I will show you that one, I think. Yeah, it is now, it is saved here. The data which has been saved here. Okay, there are no errors. I was getting error, but luckily we have succeeded this one. Okay, but somebody was removed, I remember. J1, under J1, it has been removed. Now let's continue. J2, under J2 also, see J2, ledger J2. Okay, how I will come to know, I will show you that another one. Okay, how many ledgers which got assigned unnecessarily to our company code, right? Let me show you here, so that maybe you will have clear understanding what I'm trying to do here. Company code, right? BI01. Okay, similar is assigned for other company code also. You can see these many ledgers which are assigned here. Okay, posting period is empty, J2. Okay, that is fine. Now J1, which we had already removed from the J1. Now J2 also it is assigned P2, PS, SS. Okay, I would like to have only the ledger 0L. Okay, ledger 0L and IT. Okay, ledger 0L and IT. The rest I must have to remove. Okay, now let's remove that J2. J2. Okay, because why the system is causing this error means, now you can see underlying ledger which has assigned is a 0L. 0L, under 0L, our company code which is part of. Select together, remove, save this one. I was getting this error, others also. Enter. UJ1. Okay, let me try. Okay, it's already been removed. Okay, that's fine. Now let's go back. Now what is the ledger which is having here? J2, right? Now P2. P2. Under P2 also our company code is okay. Here our company codes which are appearing here. Britannia Hotels. Let me remove this one. Save. I think that issue got resolved permanently. Okay, next, what is the one? P2 we have seen. Next to PT. Let me go back now. PT, okay, PT. Let me select this one, company code. I'm just removing where you can see here. Continue. Meanwhile, let's search in case if there is anything. PT we have already seen. Yes. Yes, I think this is the last entry what I can see here. Yes. I'll do that. Yes. Now let's go to the ledger here. Just a minute. Yeah. Now let it. Sorry. Okay, now let it continue this one. Because we must have to rectify these errors until and unless, okay, if we are not rectifying these errors, we will not post any documents into the system. That is where again it will create a lot of conflicts. Now, we just have corrected, right? Now let me go to here. The one what I was referring, let me go back, execute here. Consistency customized setting for the ledger for universal. Okay, the CO version is not assigned to any ledger. Okay, this I know this one. This I'll check this one. Okay, why this is not as why that error still that error is getting that I know that one. The reason behind that. Let me go back. Controlling, right? Integration with the controlling. Integration with the controlling. Here define document types. The same. Define ledger for the define document type mapping for the that error, because whatever error, right? Since it is a this I will explain. Okay, going for okay, sorry, A000, it is a this is a default version. Now what is our company code here. BI0 company code is not there here. BI01 valid from. Let me give default ledger is a 0 L is a default ledger. Document type mapping is this one. Let me BI02. BI03. Okay, this why I am mapping this one. Okay, during the controlling module, I will explain in detail because since it is relevant for controlling. BU21. Let me save this one. The same thing for ledger, does the ledger to be assigned to my defined ledger for CO version. This I must have to assign. Where is our controlling area? So the controlling area is yeah. CO version is a 0. Ledger is a 0 L. Now that error should go off now. So what I can do now, let's go and perform that. Let me go back. This one, right? This error is getting right. Now let's go back and let me re-execute here. This error should not occur now. Now you can see that error has gone completely. Now for our company code, which has been assigned only the ledger is IT and 0L. The similar logic, the similar concept which is applicable for other company code also, 02 also, where you can see here 02 for Indian company codes. Now let's see that BU21. Okay, BU21. What is there? So you can see for BU21, it's only one ledger which is assigned. If you want, we can assign multiple ledgers. But ultimately, this should be, there are two consistency checks. Check number one, in case of any errors, you must have to rectify. First, let me go again here, okay, in this transaction code, right? Okay, here we were getting that errors. Let me execute here once again the same transaction code. Enter. After rectifying that error, I should not see any error in this transaction code. Please take a note. In case if there is any error, if you notice some error, system first you have to rectify. Now let's see now. Let me search here. BI01. There is a warning message, which is it's a yellow light where you can see. Error is nothing but a where you can see the red, but yellow message is a just for default ledger group for posting. Okay, that is fine. Just it's a warning message here. It is not, it will not stop to me you in order to post the documents here. That is where we need to we need to understand this one. Okay, in case of any concerns, if you know anything, so please let me know here. Okay, in case of if anything it is there, please let me know. Is that clear what I am trying to do here for everyone? Is that clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
See, that is where I was mentioned. Even first to try to even in EC6, it is very easy to do the configuration to execute the scenarios. I mean, basic setup itself, you will need a lot of patience, a lot of errors you may see. Okay, but that is the reason I would request you to first start configuring in S4HANA, then you will come to know. Okay. Until now, what we have done, we have completed the basic configuration. Now, let's see that as soon as once we complete that basic configuration, now let us start the general ledger accounting. So what is meant by general ledger accounting and how then the general ledger accounting which is going to help. So I have a small PPT for better understanding purpose about this general ledger accounting. so that I'll run through in the about that general ledger accounting. Let's see that one, 24. Okay. So let us understand at the high level what is meant by general ledger accounting. In a simple way, I'll give it. So now, as I have mentioned, right, we have to prepare a financial statements. So I have to prepare the financial statements. Financial statements. So financial statement, what it illustrates, it is representing that about the company performance. Simple way, if I am there, if somebody would like to judge me, okay, then what I will do, what first they will, if I want to obtain borrow some loan, what banks does is that they will just verify my PAN number, then what is the history of this one. Okay, they will come to know that all the information. How many, what is the bank balance in case if there is any fixed deposits, how many assets which I'm having. Okay. So, and how many loans which I'm having. Even the similar way, the financial statements which is representing that the financial position of the organization. Financial position is nothing but whether that business organization it is running in profits or losses, and how many assets they are having, how many liabilities they are having, and also how many sales they have performed, and what was the turnover, and what was the purchases, and what was the GST payments. Like this, there are a number of things might be by using all the business transactions, they need to prepare the financial statements. In the financial statement, first one is a balance sheet. Balance sheet is a very, very important. So the balance sheet, the first one is as I mentioned, right, it's a balance sheet. The balance sheet, it consists of, okay, balance sheet, remember, it consists of assets and liabilities. Assets and liabilities, only assets and liabilities. But if I want to prepare how many assets our organization is having, how many liabilities we are having, then what is the source? How to prepare the financial statements? Until and unless if the information. Now, the source here is that the source is that GL account. Okay, so now let's see here. Second, PD4. What we have created the GL accounts for liabilities. How we had classified one series for assets. What I want now what I want in order to prepare my balance sheet, I would require is assets and liabilities. So assets and liabilities, what is the number range which I have dedicated? For liabilities, this is the one series. So meaning that whatever the GL accounts I am going to create in between this series, one series, then these are all belongs to my liabilities. Liabilities means what? Let's say now I borrowed some loan from the bank. Let's say we have to pay some amount to someone. Then that is cause it as a liability. You know about that better than about the liabilities. What is the asset? How you will come to know this one? Okay, so now we understood that one. This is a liabilities and assets. Okay, we'll continue the session further tomorrow. Okay, how the GL account, I have a small PPT for general ledger accounting. We will see that one, how it is going to work out in this. Okay, why the GL account is it is a central component for all the modules. Without general ledger accounting is a heart for entire finance. Remember, okay, without general ledger accounting, you cannot do anything. You cannot do anything. Okay, you cannot prepare the financial statement. That we will see that going forward in the next session. I'll explain you.